what happens. Why landlords are having a huge problem with tenants now because of this mess that they are doing. This is ridiculous. Look at this. This is how these tenants left this house. This is how they left the house, you guys. And this is why landlords are charging these huge amounts of rent. This is why they're charging these huge amounts of security deposits because of stuff like this. Look at this. Trashed this house. That's actually the refrigerator laying on the ground. Why? Why? Why would you do something like this? So here is why. Here is why landlords are charging so much money. Because tenants do stuff like this. Look at this. Blinds broken. Look at this. Look at I don't even know what this is on the wall. Look at this mess. What this is on the floor. Trashed it. Stuff outside. It's just ridiculous what they did. Look at this. Just crazy. Look at this, how they did this house. This is why landlords, again, are charging so much money. Look at this. Look at this. Those of you who are thinking about going into property management, you need to know all of this stuff. It's not all nice. Look at this. All this trash now. All this. How do you get trash all the way under the porch like this? How do you do that? All of this mess. Tenants trashing the house. Leaving all this stuff. Ugh. Look at this. You can drink alcohol, but you can't pay your rent. What they did on the side of the house, I have no idea. Huge mattress outside. Look at all this trash they left. Look at all of this trash. This is on the outside. Now the landlord has to pay to get all of this fixed. All of this, the landlord now has to fix. Broke the screens. Look at this. All this trash, glass, all over the place. Tenants did this. This is why a lot of landlords are selling properties. They're selling properties to home buyers. This is why landlords are getting out of the rental process. This is why landlords are selling their properties. They no longer want to deal with this type of stuff. There are a lot of landlords that get into this because they want to help tenants to be able to have a place to live. But when tenants do this stuff to their properties, this makes landlords say they don't want to help anymore. They don't want to do it. They're gonna go find somebody else to help. This is why landlords do this. When tenants move into these properties, they want these properties to be beautiful. They want them to be super nice. They want them to be well taken care of. When they move in, they have the move-in sheet and they're making sure every little scratch is on the move-in sheet because they're like, it needs to be nice. And when they move out, they leave it like this. They leave it like this, you guys. This is what they do. This house reeks of a stench like... Look at this. A mess. Flies are flying around in here. I have no idea how people can even live like this. But this is the kitchen, you guys. This is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. This is how they left the kitchen. And you can probably hear the flies. Can you hear? You can hear the flies. It's just crazy. And they'll go on to somebody else's property, you guys, and do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Well, we're going to get a judgment against them, the tenants that were here. We will get a judgment against them. That judgment will follow them. Will we ever collect on any of the money? It's a possibility. You know, it's slim, but it's a possibility. But that judgment is going to follow them. And here's the reason why landlords are being more aggressive with these judgments against tenants that vandalize their properties like this. This wasn't a squatter. This was an actual tenant. And this is why a lot of landlords are being more aggressive about going after these tenants that do this to their properties, because it will follow. It will follow them. It's going to follow them. It's going to follow their record. It's going to let the next landlord know, beware. And that's why it is important for landlords to file judgments against tenants. That's one of the main reasons why landlords, you don't want to just say, where they left my property and that's it. I got my property back. I'll clean it up and get the next tenant. No, landlords, you also want to be aggressive in this, because you want to warn other landlords about people like this. Go after these tenants. File judgments against them for damaging your property. Get in touch with lawyers and have lawyers to do these judgments against these tenants, because other landlords need to know. And that court judgment will follow them. For landlords that file up, for landlords that pull credit reports and pull backgrounds, it's going to show them. So you guys, this here it is. Tenant hasn't paid rent, and I don't know how long. Power is out, have been out for a while now. All of this mess. Look at all of this. And this is what I get so upset about when I come into these properties. You can buy all this alcohol, all this stuff, but you can't pay your rent. Look at this. Terrible. So for the next tenant that say, why are security deposits so high? Why are the landlords charging so much for security deposits? How much you think all this damage is going to cost us to fix? How much of this do you think? How much is this going to charge? And y'all, look, this is the refrigerator. Why they pushed the refrigerator over on the floor? No idea. Broke the drawer. This is how they were living. See this? This is how they were living. No, the home was not like this before. Broken window. Why people even live like this? I don't even know what that is on the back wall over there. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? I have no idea what that is. Oh. Look. Ugh. Awful. Terrible. Just disgusting. Disgusting. And so for those of you, don't get mad at the next landlord now. Don't get mad at the next landlord when you go to rent a property and that security deposit is 3 or 4 times the amount of the rent. This is why. What did they do to these walls? Disgusting. Terrible. I'm going to be doing a story on why a lot of landlords are now selling their properties. Look at this. How do you break a light all the way up on the ceiling? What is all this stuff on the wall? What is this stuff? This is crazy. Yes, hey Kim. Hey Kim, yeah, people like this make it hard for you. Yes, Kim, it does. It does. Look at this wall. Trash, just trash everywhere. Now, if they wanted to move out, just move out and get all your stuff out of here. Clean up the place. You know, the way it was when you moved in should be the way it looks when you move out. It should not be like this. So herein, again, is why landlords are charging you these high amount of security deposits. And it's not that landlords want to charge so much money, because a lot of these landlords are here to help tenants. What did they do to this? They're here to help tenants, to have a place to live. But when you move out a property and leave it like this, now this landlord is going to say, well, I don't know if the next tenant is going to do the same thing to my property. So that security deposit is going to be more, because this is not going to cover the security deposit. Door is off the hinge. Trash everywhere. Trash. Trash everywhere. To think that somebody was sleeping on this bed. To think. I can't even fathom. Somebody laying their head on here every night. Oh. Y'all, disgusting. Disgusting. And when I tell you the smell in here is horrific, it is awful. This smell, oh. So, all this, trash, 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 trash. Ugh. Y'all, it's not easy. It's not easy, but I started doing these videos and I said I'm going to start posting these videos because I get a lot of tenants that say, hey, you don't want to help. Nobody wants to help us. I can't find a place to stay. Why can't I find a place to stay? Why is the security deposit so high? Why is the rent so high? Because of stuff like this. Because when we let tenants in and then they leave and leave stuff like this, this is why. This is why. Because they leave the house like this. This is thousands and thousands of dollars of damages because you've got to repaint all the walls. Terrible. Who sits in something this dirty? Who sits in something this dirty? It's a kid's chair. Who? Oh. Look at this. There's feces in the toilet. Flies. Ugh. Oh. Oh my God. This is disgusting. Disgusting. All right. Now we have to secure the property back. And we have to get a crew out here to give us an estimate to clean this up. And the other part that I hate about this whole thing, y'all, is our people. These were I don't even know what to say anymore. All right. Property management, landlords. Listen, there's a lot. There's a lot into all of this. This nastiness here. Look at this. Tires in the yard. It's just crazy. It's crazy. that people do this to your property, and they beg you to rent the property to them. They beg you because they say they have nowhere to go. And yet and still, they do this. So the next time you're talking with a landlord and you're trying to rent a place from them, and you think they're being hard because they don't want to feel as though they're that into your story, or you think they're being too tough and you think they're not giving you a chance, don't think that. Think, hey, what have you gone through that now somebody has done something to you, and now you're like, no, I don't want to give a chance. If you don't qualify, you don't qualify, for the house, if you don't qualify. So, y'all, just ridiculous. And the funny thing is, I'm not even surprised, because this is what a lot of them do. But I tell you what, the next one that comes and says they want to rent, don't get mad at me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this video. Oh, y'all, property management is no joke. But tenants, y'all got to do better. If you can't afford to stay, move your things out, clean out the house, and leave in a good way, because it is going to follow you. It's going to follow you. All right, let me call this lawyer and get this judgment on this one. I will have some more information about tenants and landlord and rental and all that kind of good stuff. But listen, if tenants don't work with landlords, then don't expect the landlords to work with the tenants. Let me go out of here and see if I can get some people to come and give me an estimate for this. All right, y'all subscribe to the channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Oh, Lord, we got to do better. All right, let me get back to work. I'll pull up the next video on the next one I go to, okay? All right, y'all have a blessed day. Thank y'all for being here. Bye.